Here today with Coach Theadis Reagins of the Brookshire Royal Falcons. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm actually doing pretty good this morning. Thank you. How about yourself?
I am doing good. It's always a pleasure to get the time to sit down and talk with some coaches. I'm doing good. So we're in the spring, very busy time at the schools. Several sports wrapping up, several sports hitting the ends of their seasons, heading to track and at state and baseball and softball wrapping up. You're seeing your football kids out there competing in other sports. You're seeing them in the weight room. So how's it going so far?
So far it's going pretty good. Like you mentioned, we got track guys in track. Maybe a few of them. We in 4A, so we know we can't do spring ball. So we have to get a lot of our stuff done in the athletic period. So other than that, everything is going well with the program. We're doing a lot of weightlifting or whatnot. We're doing some 7-on-7 during the athletic period. So things are going well over here at Brookshire.
Very good. So of course, you're going to have some kids graduating here in a couple of weeks. Uh, so, kind of walk us through who's going to be back, the roles they're going to play, who's not going to be back, and who might step into those roles for you next year.
We can start off with the guys that's leaving. We actually losing six seniors. Uh, Four of them are going away to play college ball. We losing Justin Cryer, who's going to play football at Northwestern University in Chicago. We losing Jeremiah Robinson, who's going to Incarnate Word right in San Antonio to play college ball. We losing Deshaun Adams, one of our top receivers last year, to go play University of Texas at El Paso. And we got still Antonio Page, who's waiting to pick up a college opportunity as well. So we're losing some good guys.
All right. So, who you
And
have coming back?
as far as coming back, we have our entire offensive line coming back. Five other guys that started last year coming back. We have our starting quarterback coming back, Ashton Robinson, who's a newcomer of the year in the district. We have Zakiah Anderson, our starting tailback, coming back. He had 1,500 yards rushing last year. We have Avery Robinson, who's a great two-way player for us last year at receiver. Um, on the defensive side, we got three of the four starting defensive linemen coming back. Uh, Starting linebacker in Jeremiah Randolph. We have a starting corner, Derek Noel, and again Avery Robinson coming back. So we got a lot of guys that's returning actually.
All right. Now, so you've been there for 2 seasons. The upcoming season will be your third season. You came in, and then last year you did things that haven't been done in a while there at Brookshire Royals. It's first 9-win season since 2004, most into the playoffs. So talk a little bit about the excitement and the buzz that's being generated within the community there in Brookshire about this team.
Like you mentioned last year was a great season for us, and I think because we started doing the things the right way, and the community was starting to be involved with us. The administration was involved with us. Just everyone, the kids bought in, the coaching staff bought in. So it was a collective effort on everyone starting to buy into what we were trying to do and the vision that I had for our program. And the buzz is pretty high in the community. They expect us to kind of do the same things we did last year, which is to be successful. Maybe not 9 wins, but to continue to win and have a winning season and have a good product on the football field.
Now you came over from North Shore under Coach K, so you've seen what the elements in a successful program are. Um, what of those elements were you able to transfer to a smaller school like Royal, and maybe what elements don't work at a smaller school like Royal?
I think the things that matters the most is football first and foremost, but it's what in the small things. It's the small details on coming to class, coming to athletic period, being on time, uh, being in the correct gear, um, coaching them up inside the field house and outside the field house. making sure they attack the weight room with some passion, be coachable. And again, it's the small things. It's about being efficient every moment, every drill, the way out there on the football field. So those are some of the great things I took away from Coach K, and that's the reason why his program was successful. That's the reason why I think some of the things I'm taking away from him is the systematic things. Have some great systems in place, having the kids buy in, having the coaches buy in, and understand again it's the small things. We have to sweat those small things and make sure the kids doing those things, appropriately and doing it the right way.
Yeah, I can't remember the quote. I think maybe it's John Wooden, but it was when you look at the small details, you realize there are no small details.
Right.
So, kind of walk us through your district. I know you're in the district though with Belleville. So, what do you think you look like versus the teams in your district for next year?
Again, we still have Belleville, who's won the district the last, I think, 2 years prior to that. I think Sealy won the district. So we got a lot of good teams in our district, actually. Again, Sealy, Belleville, Warden had a turnaround. They had some success last year in the district. I think Sweeney have a new coaching staff, so I expect some good things from him as well. Lamar always has some great athletes. They got a good coach over there, Coach Oliphant. West Columbia has a new coaching staff, but I think Coach Payne's been there for a while. So I think our district it's going to be a very competitive district next year.
All right. Now, like I said, you were at the North Shore for a while, so you were at a bigger school. Now you're at a smaller school. Let's take a step back and go real big picture here. Based on your experiences, what do you think are the biggest challenges facing Texas high school athletics right now?
I think some of the bigger challenges is one. I think you've mentioned it before, is the ability for the smaller schools to actually have spring football, and I'm not sure why that's the case when you still actually trying to prepare guys for the next season. So you got guys that's competing for scholarships per se, and those 6A guys are having practice throughout the spring and getting developed. We got guys that cannot be developed during the off season or during the spring season because they're in the 4A. And I understand the numbers part of it, but I think there's a big challenge for all of the smallest districts that cannot have spring football.
Okay, so look, we went big picture. Now let's go real small picture. What would you say your number one guilty pleasure is?
My guilty pleasure would be I like the Bang energy drink sometimes, and I think it keeps me up, keeps me going.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks very much for your time today. Best of luck as you get through the spring, into the spring, wrap up the school year here in a couple of weeks, and into the 2023 season.
Yes, sir, Tony. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me today.
LoneStarGridiron.com. Access the complete history of Texas high school football, over 100 years of information, win-loss records, coaching histories, individual stats, records, and more. Lone Star Gridiron, the authority on Texas high school football.